Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the press.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for coming to our regular weekly press briefing. It has been a long and most eventful week that we just went through, and until this day, we continue to cope with the aftermath of that unfortunate experience in San Pedro, Laguna. Save for myself, my AD Camp, Captain Guy Ramara, and the PNP spokesperson who have been discharged from hospital confinement. Police Major General Jovic Ramos, the Director for Controllership, and Police Major General Mariel Magaway, the Director for Intelligence, still remain in the hospital and is of close monitoring because of their condition. However, we received latest reports that their conditions are improving. I invite everyone to join us in fervent prayer for the continuous healing of my classmates, Major General Ramos and Police Major General Magaway, who both remain under the intensive care. The two PNP pilots, Police Lieutenant Colonel Salatar and Police Lieutenant Colonel Makawili, including crew member, Police Staff Master Sergeant Istona, are still undergoing further tests and medical procedures. Police Staff Master Sergeant Istona underwent surgery last Friday at St. Luke's Medical Center, where he is confined. The condition of the pilots and crew are nonetheless non-life-threatening. Meanwhile, all debris of the ill-fated RP-3086 PNP helicopter have been cleared from the crash site and are now secured at the PNP hangar, where it will undergo examination by the experts commissioned by SITG Bell 429, chaired by the Deputy Chief PNP for Operations, Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Ilazar. As a procedural measure, the entire PNP fleet of rotary wing aircraft were grounded following that incident. We will take the cue from the initial findings of SITG Bell 429 to lift the flight restriction in consideration of exigency of service that require air support. Much as we could like to respond to all questions, I beg your kind indulgence that we may have to withhold our responses to more sensitive matters that will break private dignity of suffering. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And the first question for today will be coming from Raymond.
Sir, good morning, and we're happy to see you back.
Thank you.
So we understand yung situation nila General Ramos and General Magaway, and kasi nung Saturday there were negative reports that came out, and we were closely monitoring also kung ano yung pronouncement. Dito ba sa sitwasyon nilang dalawa, are you at liberty to tell us kung kumusta yung, at least kami mga idea kung paano nag-improve yung situation nila General Ramos at General Magaway?
Generally, okay naman sila, no? But of course, they remain in the intensive care unit. At alam naman natin yung pag nandun ka sa ICU, you're on close monitoring. Now, we have agreed to probably designate a medical officer for medical interpretations, kasi ako, honestly, hindi ko rin alam yung ibang medical terms, no? Baka naman iba yung maging interpretation, and you know, when not all details are being provided, it might lead to different conclusion. So, not until we designate a medical officer who will do the medical bulletin, then I hope it will remain at that muna. Thank you.
So, doon sa investigation, sir, was there a timeline para matapos nila General Eliazar yung kanilang trabaho?
I do not want to rush things, no, because I think this is the first time that, not really the first time, I think The first one, as far as I can remember, while still on service, is yung merong na-disgrasya din na helicopter somewhere in Benguet, yung R-44. No, but ito probably yung pinaka-grabe na nangyari, kaya ayoko sila bigyan ng deadline. And as a matter of fact, it will involve a lot of government agencies. No? We tapped the Philippine Air Force, the Civil Aeronautics Authority of the Philippines, yung CAAP, and probably Bell also themselves. So I do not want to give deadlines for this investigation by the SITG.
Before this thing happens, sir, I know you have other regions na bibisitahin. Will that be affected with what happens?
Yes, yung visit ko for this week sa Region 1, suggested by my classmates, which I heeded. Sabi nila, magpahinga muna ako. But the scheduled command visit starting next week will all push through.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Raymond. Patricia, TV5.
Hi, sir. Sir, I know you've already said this kanina sa message nyo. Could you just reiterate, sir, na are you ruling out the possibility na ito ay sabotage or sinadya na incident?
Of course, yung sabotage, sinadya, I don't believe so. No, ako personally, convinced ako, nandun ako sa loob ng helicopter. Nobody in his right mind, even what kind of interest he has in his mind, would do that. So that's why ang general term lang na aksidente is hindi yun sinadya ng kahit sino naman siguro doon sa involved. Even on ground preparation, on the chopper crew themselves, no, even the passengers. I strongly believe na walang sabotahe doon.
Sir, baka, I hope you don't mind, sir, baka pwedeng may konting ikwento yung naalala nyo last few
Mahirap,
months.
no, because it is also vital, no. The SITG haven't got my official statement yet, but we're planning, my instruction to SITG is to get all the statements of all the passengers inside, and even doon sa labas, no. People from 4A, people from Highway Patrol, because although it's quite painful that it has to pass this way, on the brighter side of it, we will be learning a lot of lessons here, no? And our end objective na sana in the future hindi ito mangyari.
Thank you, sir.
Pat Kinis.
Sir, good morning. Sir, sa investigation po, hihingi po kayo ng tulong sa CAAP. And how about ng expert? Mga foreign...
Hindi na to.
Hihingi po kayo ng tulong sa CAAP.
Yes.
And then, how about ng mga foreign experts? Like nung manufacturer po ng Bell 429. Hihingi rin po ba kayo ng tulong?
Yes, if need be, no, we all need the help that we can get. So any suggestion, sabi ko lang kanina na even the Bell experts will have to be invited also. Kasi kanilang produkto ito.
Sir, nagpadala na po kayo ng invitation sa kanila or kung may papunta na po rito?
The SITG will be conducting their 4th meeting this afternoon. So I will remind them to, pero I think invitations are already sent to those resource person who may shed light on the incident.
Okay. Sir, pwede po other matter. Sir, kasi din po ba...
Sige, tapos na yung bell, ha? Sige,
So
naman.
first,
Isa lang.
Ate Eunice, we still have one question in connection with the statement of the Chief PNP. Leia, then Rhea.
Sir, good morning. Sir, kung gusto mo lang pong sagutin ito. Sir, totoo ba na originally doon ka sa left side dapat uupo pero pinalipat ka ng piloto sa right side? Kasi baka may nararamdaman siya na hindi pantay.
Hindi masyado ano yun. When the Chief PNP rides the chopper, he has the preferred seat. Pero alam niyo kung ano lang dahilan? Dahil ayaw niya doon sa mainit na side. Yun lang yun. So that's why whenever I ride the chopper, tatanungin ko, saan ako? So sabihin niya, dito ka. But primarily, ang consideration doon is, yun nga, kung saan hindi mainit. But especially on long rides, di ba? On long flights. But meron akong na idea on where the PNP should sit down henceforth. But I will give that input to the SITG and will form part of the lessons learned of this incident.
Okay, thank you, Rhea now. And Ann?
Sir, good morning. Sabi niyo po kanina tuloy yung visit sa mga regions. Ano po yung mga gagamitin yung sasakyan? Yung mga lumang chopper ba? O
By land.
By land.
But in due time, I will ride the helicopter again. In due time.
Pero suspended po ba yung mga ibang
Yes,
chopper?
up until we get clearance to let them fly again.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
okay na Rhea, Ann, and of course, Rambo.
General, good morning. Sir, tanong ko lang, sir, were you briefed by the pilots kung saan kayo magla-landing doon sa Region 4A? Considering yung area, sir, na napaka alikabok, tapos yung side niya, maraming mga kuryente.
Part of the investigation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Rambo.
Hello, sir. Nice to see you. Sir, just on a broader topic of it, yung Bell helicopter, it was reported na wala daw black box or yung flight recorder. I understand that you don't want to talk about the investigation on it, but in general, wala ba talaga, sir, na black box sa mga helicopters natin sa PNP? What's the decision?
Not
on
within my technical knowledge. Not within. Kasi parang may sinasabi sila, certain kinds of aircrafts require black box. But I am not at liberty and I am not an expert to give any comment on it.
Sir, doon naman sa procurement ng helicopter, yun yung tinatanong kung kailan ba siya dumating, when was it procured, and kailan siya sinimulang gamitin ng PNP?
Yes, I remember before the turnover of General De La Rosa and General Albayalde, that was April 8, 19, probably around March, we had the maiden flight. No, me and Senator Bato, together with, I think, General Ramos, General Cascolan, myself. Ang alam ko, puno kami nun eh. We had a maiden flight going to Baguio. And then, pero pagpabalik, nagpailan na kami. So, one way lang yung trip. But, I am assuring the public that it underwent regular bidding. I was the chairman of the Bids and Awards Committee when we conducted the bidding, the first bidding for the helicopter. So it's way above board, and these are brand new helicopters. No, it came all the way from Canada. We had a pre-delivery inspection there. It was tested in Canada before it was finally transported here, and another inspection was conducted here. And it's been flying for more than 2 years now.
Sir, additional background. So this is usually the preferred helicopter by the Office of the Chief PNP?
No. A preferred helicopter?
Mhm.
Yes. Why? Because it's twin engine. Dalawa makina, it's the bigger aircraft, and mas marami sakay.
Sir, last from me. Kakasabi niyo lang.
Pero
sir,
sumasakay din ako doon sa H125. Kung hindi available. There was one time I remember, I had trips in Visayas and Mindanao because merong maintenance check-up ang Bell. So I also rode in the Airbus H125.
Okay. So the farthest that it's been to is Mindanao?
Yes, Mindanao, entire Philippines.
Okay. Sir, you earlier said that you don't believe that there is any sabotage, any ill will in this. So are you canceling the possibility that there was any intention, and you are already branding this as an accident?
Hindi naman, baka naman sinasabi ng SITG, pinipressure ko sila. No, that's my own personal opinion. But let's wait for the results of the SITG findings.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you, Rambo. Mar Gabriel.
Hi sir, good morning. Sir, ano po plano natin dun sa mga bahay na na-damage dun sa area, sir?
I think meron nang sinabi sa akin kanina around 85,000. Yes, mga bahay, may motor ata. The PNP will compensate them for that.
Okay.
Sir, yung mga first responders, sir, anong plano natin sa kanila, sir? Meron bang planong i-recognize sila? Kasi parang may isa ron na nag-respond, sir, nagdi-deliver ng tubig at napadaan dun sa area.
Yes, we will take that in consideration. Probably part of the SITG.
Okay. Thank you, Mar. Let's move on to other topics now. And the first question will be coming from Leia.
Sir, good morning again. Sir, may pulis na pinagbabaril sa Makati ngayong umaga ng patay. Naka-assign daw po sa office of the CPNP, sir. Anong designation niya, sir, sa office of...
No, but the Philippine National Police will investigate on that shooting.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Leia. Chino.
Morning, sir. Nice to see you. Sir, yung updates sa narcolist, nasabit na ba yun so far? PNP narcolist, I'm sorry.
Ganito ang timelines noon, di ba sabi ko, we're supposed to present it last Friday to SILG, of course together with the chairman, General Cascolan, and the vice chairman, General Magaway. No? Pero, because of the incident, probably I will explain to the President na medyo madelay lang siya. No? So, medyo magulo pa. No? But in due time, probably in less than 2 weeks, we're going to submit it to the President. But first, we have to show it to the SILG first.
Okay. Do we have any... Yeah, Mark.
Sir, good morning. Sir, can you walk us through, sir, dun sa process ng adjudication? Yung mga police ba na mahigit 300, sinalalim din sila sa lifestyle check? Yung allegedly involved sa illegal drugs?
The composition of the National Adjudication Board, partly, no? Kasi lahat ng pwedeng mapag-aralan, background check, their SALN, lifestyle, all have been considered in the adjudication.
Sir, according to IAS, merong 47 na mga police. Previously, meron na silang administrative case ranging from illegal drugs, homicide, and grave misconduct, sir. Meron silang mga recommendation na dapat na-clear na sila sa ibang case, sir. Nakasama ba yun, sir, sa pag-consider kung dapat pa sila ma-remove sa list?
Ang adjudication, the Internal Affairs Service, they're part of the National Adjudication Board.
Yes.
They are represented. Part of the recommendation probably.
Thank you, sir.
I haven't seen the recommendation yet.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Do we have any other follow-up questions or no more na?
Thank you.
You have Sir, last money.
Kala ko naawa na kayo sa akin pagpahingi niyo.
Ito lang, sir, yung last week kasi na may na-mention yung around 3,000 na mga People's Liberation Army na nandito na raw sa bansa. So far, sir, meron na ho ba tayong nakitang evidence or information na posibleng meron ng ganun? So,
no, none.
Sir, COVID daw, sir. Last COVID.
Hi sir, good morning. Just last week po nag-raise ng alert ang DOH, code red dahil sa COVID-19. Kumusta na po yung ginagawang training ng PNP, yung CBRNE natin, yung preparation, as well as nakipag-coordinate na po ba yung DOH sa PNP just in case kailanganin ng tulong ang PNP?
Constantly naman, no? As a matter of fact, I think this afternoon, there will be a conference to that effect, chaired by the DOH, and the PNP is attending. We will take guidance coming from the DOH, but the PNP is prepared when tasked to do our job.
Sir, yung Quezon City just this morning, kinonfirm ni Mayor Belmonte na meron na daw isang positive doon. Dito po sa Camp Crame as well as yung ibang nearby police stations, magkakaroon po ba tayo ng paghihigpit sa mga taong pumapasok sa mga camps?
Hindi naman, no, hindi naman. Just the usual precautionary measures that we do.
So hindi po i-implement dito, sir, yung no face mask, no entry?
No.
Okay. Sir, last daw, sir.
Last one?
Si Alfred, sir.
Si Alfred.
Last week na, sir, yung IBEC, tatlo yung nahuli ko kaya ng pulis. Meron, sir, yung deputy na naman sa Galay, and yung isa pa sa
Cebu.
Yung mga prisoners na pinapalabas nila, yung isa naging apparently dato na yung isa naman yung mawang driver. Ano yung ginagawa namin?
Dismissible offense. It may mean their dismissal from the service.
Any warnings, sir?
Yeah, palagi ko naman itong inuulit, no? Huwag kayong sumama doon sa 6 PNP personnel per day dismissed. No? At ito, may dalawang matigas ang ulo. So, gusto nila sumama doon sa 6 personnel. Okay. And just a very fair warning again to everyone. Sinasabi ko na, overemphasized by the President, that internal cleansing is very important. We should not only be doing that would make us clean, but all of us should appear clean. No? How would you appear clean if you're using PDLs as your driver? And policemen are not supposed to be in love with PDLs.
Yes, sir. And
Thank
that
you
would
very
be-
much. Good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. And